Under the lights of Schellenberger Field, it is Game 2 of the ODAC Semifinals. Field hockey action next. Welcome to the ODAC Field Hockey Tournament, where the 6 a.m. lift sessions and 8 p.m. practices culminate, where names become legend and champions are crowned. This isn't just any day, this is the day. This isn't just any game, this is the game. Welcome to the ODAC. Let's have some fun. Welcome to Lynchburg, Virginia for tonight's Game 2 of the semifinals between the Generals of Washington and Lee and the Hornets of Shenandoah University. Hello, friends and fans. Welcome inside the booth here. I'm Joe Hutzler, riding solo with you tonight for what we expect to be another great edition of these two programs who are 7-7 against one another. In the last 14 meetings, Shenandoah took the regular season match 2-1, but that all goes away tonight as the winner of this one faces Lynchburg tomorrow night in the ODAC Championship at 6 p.m. Let's take a look at these two teams side by side, a comparison of what we've seen on paper this season, and just as you would expect, it's pretty tight overall, but do give the edge to Shenandoah in goals per game and their goals against average. They have been able to score a lot and also been able to stop the other team from scoring as well. So hopefully, if you are a Generals fan, you're hoping, of course, that tonight all of that doesn't matter and you can get yourself a chance to play for a title for the first time in 2 seasons. 15 minutes on the clock. You take a look at the numbers for our players to watch tonight. Lauren Pilano and Kelsey Jones for each team, respectively. Very tight on the stat sheet, except for that assist number. Kelsey Jones, number 1 in the conference with 21 assists. Those two ladies tonight, if their teams expect to come away with a victory, then they will have to be spearheading the offense. Of course, if you're talking about Shenandoah, though, you also have to talk about Taylor Hayes. She's also in the top 5 in the ODAC stats for multiple portions, including goals. 13 goals, 5th in the conference for Taylor Hayes. She's also 4th in assists with 8 this season and 5th in points with 34. Kelsey Jones with 39 is best for 4th. For Washington and Lee, of course, we talked about Pilano, but also taking a look down the list, you see 14 points from Grace Weiss, who had 2 goals in their win over Bridgewater, a 3-1 victory over the Eagles of Bridgewater College, which is how they got to here, a rematch of the semifinals in 2018 with a chance to play Lynchburg, who are the hosts of the tournament this year. Shenandoah was here 3 seasons ago as underdogs, defeating Lynchburg on day 1 and then winning their first ever ODAC championship on day 2 against Washington and Lee. So not much has changed regarding the teams that have played in the ODAC semifinals over the course of the last 3 to 4 seasons. And we'll see if the results are any different as Lynchburg advanced on a 3-0 shutout of Roanoke, a team they also beat last year in the ODAC semifinals. Officially underway from Schellenberger Field, and it's W&L with possession early. And that whistle will give it back to Shenandoah. Pass lifted high. Stella Knowles. Good run here by the Hornets. Natalie Fayok. Control on the near side. Fayok finally taken away. That was Tess Munesis with the defense, and now it's played inside the shooting circle and eventually brought out and will be out of bounds. Lauren Pelano could not keep it in. Here's Jessica Donovan, but only for a moment. The Generals keep possession. Ball makes its way out top. Kelsey Jones starting this push by the Hornets. Lauren Tyre. Dribbling down, pressure comes. That was Caroline Caruso. Each team has had a couple runs, but the defenses have been up to the task. Unesis benefited from the ball going off the foot of Donovan. And the Generals keep pushing here. Abigail Hancock, her pass intercepted. Sent forward now, picked up. Here comes Fayok. Natalie Fayok all the way inside. Fayok driving and then stopped by Sarah Emil. Sophomore goalkeeper out of North Caldwell, New Jersey. Just 18 goals against for Emil. Third best in the conference. And she may have to make another stop. First penalty corner of the night given to Shenandoah. This will be their 184th of the year. Inserting is Megan Stevens. Jones passes. Shot comes up, and it got deflected near the goal line. I think Emil thought it was going to go wide. Luckily for her, Olivia Hewitt knew better, and we have an injured General down to one knee on the pitch. Looks like Kaylee Fitzgerald, a freshman from Chevy Chase, Maryland. Here's that last shot. See if we can slow it down and take a look. Oh, that one went up off the face of Fitzgerald. And good reason for her to be down. 11:01 on the clock. And 2 shots for Shenandoah to this point. Emil has made a save. And coming off under her own power is Kaylee Fitzgerald. That's good news. Hopefully something that she can power through. The trainers and, of course, the coaching staff will make that final decision. And we'll go back to work. Again, 11:01 on the clock in the first quarter. And immediately a ball played for Hewitt. She can't handle. Jones dribbles in. And then off a General's foot for another penalty corner. Jones takes this corner, dribbles inside. Here's Jones, one-on-one, able to get it away, shot and score! Taylor Hayes, the senior out of Fredericksburg, Virginia, puts the Hornets up first. Her 14th goal of the season. Check it out one more time. Jones dribbling in one-on-one, accepts 2 defenders, and then Hayes has all kinds of space to find an open shot, takes it and scores. Shenandoah up by 1 in the first quarter. And Jones gets the assist. So for Kelsey Jones, that's assist number 22 on the year. Exactly what Shenandoah needed to do to establish dominance early on. We mentioned, of course, how even this rivalry is as Shenandoah pressures again. They have won the last 2, including last year's semifinal victory. Before that, W&L had won the previous 3. Now the Generals look to attack on the counter. Stolen away by Hayes. Excellent play. And then smartly glances it off a defender. Free hit for Caruso. Munesis through the middle. Trying to get it around the defense was Knowles. Amanda Henson with possession, and the whistle will keep it with Shenandoah. That pass immediately taken away by Munesis. Pass in the middle. And able to get that was Pelano. Pelano now comes back here for Jones. And they want to bring her back. Stella Knowles, sophomore from Cambridge, Massachusetts. Helping her team out in the midfield. At least for the time being, loves to hop up there at the forward position as well. They'll switch sides, hard pass, hard deflection. Staying with it is Munesis. Pelano picks it up on the run. Pelano works around Stevens. Here's Lauren Pelano, team's goal leader, and she misses it wide. It's Coach Ashley Smeltzer-Craft in her 7th season, 2013 Coach of the Year. And, of course, that 2016 ODAC title that came on this field. And a ball that goes off of Colleen Schneider. We're going to check on her. She's checking to see if that maybe there's some blood. And looks like there is. So she's actually going to trot off and get checked out. And the Generals are going to go to their first corner of the night. .110 corners coming into this evening. First of the night. Insert coming from Munesis. Out front here for Pelano. Rips one off the leg of the incoming defender. Slight limp for Maddie Price. It's interesting. Obviously, I don't call many games for these two squads, but throughout the past 4 seasons, you get so used to seeing the same names, especially here on this pitch. And I think back about the stellar play of Maddie Price when they won the championship. And last year, of course, helping her team, along with Jones and Hayes, defeating Washington and Lee. I think they like coming to Lynchburg. I think they would I'm sure they would rather host it in Winchester, but they have no problems playing here and being successful. Five and a half to go in the first quarter. Coming in to the bottom of your screen is Haley Colt, defender out of Forest Mill, Maryland, touching the turf for the first time tonight. Hayes takes it here. And Hayes, good ball. Stopped in its tracks. And passed out here to Knowles. Hayes with the steal. And great effort getting back on that was Fennessy. Free hit, sent in and through, wide as well. With 3:33 to go. There's Gina Wills in her 5th season at Washington and Lee. Won the team's 2nd ODAC championship in 2017 as hosts against Lynchburg. Great to see Kaylee Fitzgerald back out there on the turf as well. She just started this possession for the Generals. Got her taped up and put her back in play. Crucial to have your top players on the pitch this time of the year. It's crucial for me to get some water too, I beg your pardon. I think that 10-minute period to scarf down a bologna burger from Fat Daddy's Barbecue. It's catching up to me. Fat Daddy's Barbecue, located in Bedford, Virginia. Check them out today for your own opinion on their fresh cut fries and bologna burger, or go with the barbecue and the slaw. Never go wrong with that combination. Good ball from Hewitt. Starting things off, picked up here by Tobiason. And pushed ahead. And stolen away again. 1:42 to go in the first quarter. Pressure here. That's Lauren Tyre getting in on the action. Whistle gives it to the Generals. Picked up by Hannah Mink. Fitzgerald stays with it. Finds Pelano. Around the stick of Henson. And Stevens will send it back up the middle. 1:05 remaining. This is Natalie Fayok. Fayok trying to break through. And the whistle will help out. Deflection went off the leg of Kelly Fennessy. And that one's going to go all the way through. And defensive hit for the Generals. During the break, coming up between quarters, check us out on social media at ODAC Athletics to see other results from other sports in the fall tournaments, including a thriller between number 1 Hampton-Sydney and number 4 Lynchburg on the men's soccer side, where the Hornets prevailed in PKs over Hampton-Sydney. The hosts will not play on Championship Saturday in Farmville. Five seconds to go. Hayes inside, and that will do it for the first quarter of play. After 15 minutes, Taylor Hayes puts the only goal on the board, assist from her friend Kelsey Jones, and we're at 1-0. Back in a flash. You're watching the 2019 ODAC Field Hockey Tournament on LHSN.
The Old Dominion Athletic Conference.
The Old Dominion Athletic Conference.
The Old Dominion Athletic Conference and its member schools
ask you to support our shared goal by promoting positive sportsmanship.
Positive sportsmanship in an exciting and respectful sporting environment.
We'd like to remind you to
represent yourself and your school with pride.
Be a supportive influence.
Cheer for your team.
And please refrain from the use of profanity,
vulgarity, racial or sexist comments,
personal insults, and other intimidating actions directed at student athletes,
coaches, officials, and team representatives.
The ODAC thanks you.
The ODAC thanks you.
The ODAC thanks you for attending today's game.
Enjoy the great competition.
Enjoy the competition.
Enjoy the great competition.
Hey, I'm trying to do my homework.
I'm trying to get to level 6.
Seriously, come
on.
All right,
girls, I'm trying to watch my show.
There's a signal.
I'm going to fail.
Tired of trying to find your Wi-Fi?
I'm going to fail.
Introducing wall-to-wall Wi-Fi from Shentel, an enhanced network to extend your signal to nearly every corner of your home, not just one room. Try wall-to-wall Wi-Fi today. Call 1-800-SHENTEL to order.
If you want to know your customers, shop where they shop. Live where they live. And spend time with them as neighbors. With over 100 local offices, Virginia Farm Bureau agents are part of your community. If you want insurance from a company that knows you, get to know us.
Welcome back to Lynchburg, Virginia. It is a chilly one tonight. 36 degrees air temp, and it's every bit of that. Might even be lower. I think it's generous. Anyway, 15 minutes in the books. Shenandoah leads Washington and Lee 1-0. The Generals with 2 shots in the first quarter. Shenandoah with 3, and a save credited to Sarah Emil. There's your goal scorer, by the way. If you missed the goal, don't worry. We'll have it for you and more at halftime. Here are the Hornets pushing again. Whistle will keep it with them. They've certainly had the better offensive drives. And this will be helpful as well. Penalty corner for Shenandoah. Second one of the evening. Megan Stevens will insert. Senior out of Blairstown, New Jersey. Stevens hits it out top, and it squeaks under the stick of Hayes. Now it's anybody's chance. Fyock does an excellent job winning it back for Shenandoah. And squeaks it through the legs of the defender, and it stays here with the Hornets. Hayes, hard shot to the middle. Fyock pressures, and that's off Fyock's foot. Knocked down by Pelano. Excellent hand-eye coordination. Unesis driving. Can the Generals build on something? They've had one corner, which has helped them sustain some pressure, but they have not tested Isabella Morandi tonight. Maybe here they will. And this will help. Corner coming after the pressure from Knowles. Olivia Hewitt on your screen will insert. One of the captains on this squad as the Generals try to tie it up. Maybe just put a shot on target. Out to Pelano. Back here. One more push. And that's going to give the Hornets plenty of time to catch up defensively. Knowles still hits it inside. Morandi's on top of it and then eventually kicks it away. Whistle will end the opportunity for the Generals. Talk about a stellar keeper. I mentioned it in the first broadcast. We have all four. The top four keepers in the conference are on display this weekend. We already saw Emma Clark and Laurel Nix. Nix with 6 stops and a shutout victory against the Maroons. We've seen what Emil can do. Morandi credited with a save there, and this one, just for good measure, kicks that one out as well. Morandi's second in save percentage, .805. First in goals against and goals against average. He's only given up 16 goals all season long. That's 1 goal per game. Incredible. Florio lost it, tries to get it back. Lindsay Florio still with it. And Florio again back on the ball quicker than the Generals could push it forward. What about that? Sophomore out of Marlton, New Jersey, putting on an individual show. And this one gets chopped in. Florio with possession one more time. Looking to get it off a General's foot. Instead it goes off of hers. And it will be a defensive hit for Washington and Lee. 3 shots apiece, 1 save for each keeper. The only difference being that Taylor Hayes goal with 10:23 left in the first quarter. Pelano, long hit, stopped by Schneider, who's also recovered from a ball up high that caused her to bleed for a moment. Pushed outside and picked up here now by Jessica Donovan. Donovan ahead for Fayak, who picks it up at the end line, drives in, and then takes down Olivia Hewitt, who was able to pop that one away from trouble. Pelano in the middle. Stick-to-stick passing. Hayes connects with Jones. Fitzgerald gets involved. And now Pelano takes over. It just goes deep with it. Chips past Stevens, and way back is Schneider. Good game plan in that moment. If Schneider's playing up with Stevens, then Morandi's going to have to come out and be aggressive on a ball. But Schneider playing in that far back role, guaranteeing that Morandi is going to have some help, even if balls do get through. This Raven Barter, a junior out of Virginia Beach, on the pitch for the first time. There's that bandage job done by the athletic trainers for Kaylee Fitzgerald, who took a hard shot on a penalty corner to the chin earlier. They took no time. I bet it was 3 minutes real time. Patched her up, put her back in. She's ready to contribute. Pass intended for Barter, and it's going to be General's possession from right there. If you haven't watched matches on this pitch before, the blue line is the field hockey line. That's why you saw Hewitt move the ball up to the blue line as opposed to the red. The red is for lacrosse. Men's lacrosse, to be exact. Men's and women's lacrosse, field hockey, men's and women's soccer, all call Schellenberger Field their home. Got a facelift 3 summers ago now, actually. Great venue to host this tournament this weekend. Again, the winner of this will play Lynchburg tomorrow night at 6 p.m. in the ODAC Championship. Got a good look there at Hannah Mink. Pass connected with Kelsey Jones. And then taken away. Good work by Caruso. Block tackle attempt from Henson, but Generals will keep possession. Of course, if you're Shenandoah, Fitzgerald deflected. Here's Barter. Raven Barter run into, so possession stays with Shenandoah. And now the whistle will blow and give it back to the Generals. Pelano wants a ball. And she'll take off. Free hit from Munesis. This looks promising until Stevens got involved. Florio. Good work by Finesse. Now it's Pelano in the middle. Pelano 1-on-6. Pelano shooting, and that misses just wide. She is not messing around tonight. Senior out of Huntington, New York. She knows that this could be the end of her career as a general. She's going to make sure it's not because of her effort that they don't advance to tomorrow's championship contest. Lauren Tyre. Outside, inside, and then taken away by Fitzgerald. Pass ahead for Pelano. And both officials confirm the call was against Pelano. Caruso, excuse me, wrong side of the sheet there. Tyre driving, and the Hornets pick up another penalty corner in their favor. And Stevens will trot over to take the insert again. Pulled back, and this will be a defensive hit for the Generals. Shenandoah doubling up the Generals. On corners now with 4. Washington Lee does have more shots with 4, but only 1 has been on target. And Miranda able to stop that. This ball sent across. That's a hard one for anybody to try and stop. You can't use your body. You got to try and make connection with that stick. Just too many bounces. Shenandoah takes over. Jones dribbling in. And this will stay here. Jones again down the end line. Whistle first. And not quite sure what it was, but it's put a grin on Florio's face. That ball dribbling down the near side, then getting back to Meneses. Free hit from that spot. Meneses cross field. Picked up by Knowles. Dumps it inside. Under 2 minutes to go. 1-0 is our score thanks to Taylor Hayes. Good ball from Jones that connects with Fayok. And then guess who? Meneses right around it again. Shenandoah wants to build from this near side of the turf. The game plan continuing as scary fall there. There's 2 players tripping up and out of your control when you go down like that. 1:16 left. Coming up at halftime. A tournament update from the other sports. We'll identify the top player of the half and show you stats from the first half of play. And of course, highlights of the first half here that feature at least 1 goal and a couple saves, maybe more here. The Generals trying to push late. Stalemate there, stick on stick. Breaking back This is Caroline Grace. She can't keep it deep. Fitzgerald picks it up. Jabbed at, and a whistle keeps it with the Generals. 37 left in the first half. Hayes, who from quarter to quarter decided to put the headband on, keep those ears warm on a 36-degree night. Fortunately for them and everyone here, halftime is only 10 minutes, so it'll go by quick. 10 seconds left. Shenandoah pressuring one last time. And no, it does not realize, Fayok does not realize that the time was where it was, so that will end the first half of play with the Hornets of Shenandoah University on top of the Generals 1-0 at the break. Back with a bit more from the halftime show. You're watching the 2019 ODAC Field Hockey Tournament on the Lynchburg Hornets Sports Network.
If I'm walking around over on the crowd side, I always hear someone yelling, "Hey Nat, take our picture. Hey Nat, get this," or something, or "Hey Nat, you got that shot?" Like, so I'm always like trying to photograph the crowds and my friends calling my name. I think sports at Lynchburg unifies us as a whole. No matter what background we come from, what differences we have, and what experience we've experienced through our lives, it brings us all together and we have one goal, which is to win. As a photographer, I definitely get to capture the emotion and the feel and the atmosphere of what's going on during the games and what's happening in the crowd and with the fans. We have hugely dedicated fans here at Lynchburg. They come out whether it's rain, snow, sleet, windy, no matter what, like they will come out and support their team and cheer them on. They will sit through anything. It's just, it brings us all together as one.
Our industry has been chasing this breakthrough for a decade, but we got there first. Not only is it ranked as the highest rated fiber in history, it delivers greater performance than any other field turf system ever built. Introducing Field Turf Core, the first multi-layer superfiber.
And we're back at Schellenberger Field in Lynchburg, Virginia, on the campus of University of Lynchburg. It's the Hornets of Shenandoah that lead the Generals of Washington and Lee at half. Once again, welcome you inside the booth here. Joe Hutzler with you tonight, and we've seen so far Shenandoah capitalize on many of their opportunities to this juncture. Now, WNL does have more shots. They just haven't been able to find the woodwork. Let's take a look at some of the highlights of the first half, which of course include the only goal of the half so far from Taylor Hayes. Kelsey Jones off that penalty corner. The pass over to Hayes, and she finishes it for what would be her 14th goal of the season. And just a couple chances for WNL. Plenty of shots, 4 total, but not able to get it really to test Morandi. Just one save for Morandi in that first half, and it's because the Generals haven't had enough shots on target. Pelano is doing everything she can. She just needs a little bit of help. We'll see what kind of adjustments are made, of course, in the second stanza of this one. The winner plays Lynchburg tomorrow at 6. Back in a flash. You're watching the 2019 ODAC Field Hockey Tournament on LHSN.
Let's face it, your gym is more than just a gym. You need a floor that can handle a pickup game or a PTA meeting with 15 minutes in between. Safe enough for a game-winning dive, but easy to clean after lunch. A healthier floor that encourages participation, not time on the sidelines. But more importantly, Omnisports is made with Tarkett's distinctive approach to sustainability and health. Today's gymnasium, the bar is set high. Meet those challenges with the ideal multi-use sports floor. OmniSports.
With over 100 local offices, Virginia Farm Bureau agents are part of your community. If you want insurance from a company that knows you, get to know us.
Your exciting new TV experience is here. Smarter, faster, easier to use. With live TV, recordings, video on demand, and streaming apps, all in a single place. When you're looking for something new, recommendations are tailored to you. Voice-powered, personalized results to find what you want faster. And the unlimited potential of smart home. The new experience from TiVo is here.
At Lynchburg, we don't fear change. We embrace it. In our students, on our campus, in our community, and around the world. We're building on our legacy of always moving forward. It's the same place, with a new name. Welcome to the University of Lynchburg.
Good shot there by the crew, and a quick reminder for you, this is not the only sport in action within the ODAC. Of course, all the other fall team sports are in their ODAC tournaments as well. As you take a look at some of the finals from today, Randolph-Macon winners over WNL on the court. Hampton-Sydney losing to Lynchburg in PKs in Farmville. And then for women's soccer, we've got action tomorrow. Randolph-Macon still unbeaten on the season, hosting the Eagles of Bridgewater. WNL will then play Virginia Wesleyan at 3 o'clock. And if we get a chance to update you on the men's soccer score, Washington and Lee and Roanoke, we will do that later on in the broadcast. And, of course, on the field hockey side, Lynchburg defeated Roanoke earlier today. 3-0 was the score there, and it's 1-0 here. Shenandoah putting themselves in position to play Lynchburg tomorrow. We'll take another break. When we come back, we'll identify some of the top stats and the top player of the half. You're watching 2019 ODAC Field Hockey Tournament, in case you forgot, on LHSN.
If you want to know your customers, shop where they shop. Live where they live. And spend time with them as neighbors. With over 100 local offices, Virginia Farm Bureau agents are part of your community. If you want insurance from a company that knows you, get to know us.
This is.
Our industry has been chasing this breakthrough for a decade, but we got there first. Not only is it ranked as the highest rated fiber in history, it delivers greater performance than any other field turf system ever built. Introducing Field Turf Core, the first multi-layer superfiber.
Hey, I'm trying to do my homework.
I'm trying to get to level 6.
Seriously, come
All right,
on.
girls, I'm trying to watch my show.
There's a signal.
I'm going to fail.
Tired of trying to find your Wi-Fi?
I'm going to fail.
Introducing wall-to-wall Wi-Fi from Shentel, an enhanced network to extend your signal to nearly every corner of your home, not just one room. Try wall-to-wall Wi-Fi today. Call 1-800-SHENTEL to order.
The Old Dominion Athletic Conference.
The Old Dominion Athletic Conference.
The Old Dominion Athletic Conference and its members schools
ask you to support our shared goal by promoting positive sportsmanship.
Positive sportsmanship in an exciting and respectful sporting environment.
We'd like to remind you to
represent yourself and your school with pride.
Be a supportive influence.
cheer for your team,
and please refrain from the use of profanity,
vulgarity, racial or sexist comments,
personal insults, and other intimidating actions directed at student athletes,
coaches, officials, and team representatives.
The ODAC thanks you.
The ODAC thanks you.
The ODAC thanks you for attending today's game.
Enjoy the great competition.
Enjoy the competition.
Enjoy the great competition.
Quick, get back. We're almost started. Get your popcorn and your soda. Let's go. Now, we still got about 30 seconds left, so just wanted to put a little fear in you. Let's take a look at the stats from the first half of play. Shenandoah and WNL, it's a 1-0 lead for the Hornets. And WNL with an advantage in a couple areas on the pitch, but they have not been able to break through and pressure Morandi. Just one shot on goal for WNL. As you take a look at our player of the half, 2 shots for Taylor Hayes, and that 1 goal, which put us where we are now, a 1-0 lead for the Hornets. 30 minutes remain to see if it will be Hornet versus Hornet for the 2nd straight year on Schellenberger Field. Down this side, it is Jones. See how the game plan changes for Shenandoah. They started a lot of drives on the right side of the formation. They open up the half, starting on the left side, and immediately get a good ball inside off of Maddie Price's stick that's pushed away by Emil. Coach Smeltzercraft with the quick feet. Jones dribbling in, and a corner right away for Shenandoah, their 5th of the night. Just 1 minute into the 3rd quarter. Once again, Megan Stevens will start us off. Short one for Hayes, and Hayes will rip it. Stepping way out is Emil. Good punch, kick in this case. Now the Generals look to counterattack. They've got the numbers. Check out Kelsey Jones with that long reach, jabbing in on Pelano. Pelano on an island. She needs some help earlier, and now she'll get it through, and that one hopped over the stick of Knowles. So close to being a ripper from a very high percentage place. Now a bit lower percentage. Morandi was ready for it. Nobody in front of her, so an easy stop with that left pad. And the best chance of the night for the Generals goes by the wayside. The clock has stopped, by the way. It's not, our clock is controlled by the clock in the venue. And it has stuck on 14:01 since the corner was taken, and now it goes. So a whole minute extra given. The officials didn't notice it either. We'll see if that becomes an issue later on tonight. Here's Maddie Price. Sprints down the near side, tries to bring it back to the middle, but excellent tackle from Kelly Fennessy. Pass from Weiss got picked off by Jones. Fitzgerald steps in, Jones gets over her. Kelsey Jones was inside. Lauren Tyre had it, but the official will give it to the Generals. Grace Wise. Shaded by Schneider. Works herself back inside. Here she's in the scoring area. Centers one, but nobody there again for the Generals. Now a chance for Knowles. Stopped by Morandi. Another chance. Rebound kicked away off the knee of W&L. And Morandi, after going a whole half with only being tested once, has come up big twice here in the third quarter. Jones, long driving pass, got deflected, chance here for Florio. Net was open, we're going to get a stoppage, and a stroke will be given to the Hornets. The pass got deflected so Florio could play it right away. And then she causes the foul in the scoring area. And so we've got ourselves a penalty stroke. Taylor Hayes looking for goal number 2. She's 1 for 2 this season on penalty strokes. Awaiting the whistle. Hayes ready to go. And Emil with the stop on the goal line. Sarah Emil comes up large against one of the conference's best. And she keeps it 1-0. Go back and look at the foul. That pass from Jones got through to Florio. Here is the penalty against Munesis. And then Sarah Emil stopping that shot low. And it's still 1-0. Jones all the way in by herself, and then it's cleared out by the defense. See how the Generals respond from a great momentum swing. Just a few ticks under 11 minutes remaining in the third quarter. Hayes, and immediately stopped. It's good placement again by Fennessy. She has quietly had herself a very good night in that midfield position. Hayes lifting one up high, no one around. So Munesis can take her time and expel that from the shooting circle. Generals on the run. You think about just sending one deep there. Instead, they play it close, play the possession game, high percentage passes, and a shot that's immediately stopped in its tracks by Schneider. Excellent, picture-perfect block tackle. Now it's Price pushing one, and that one might be too strong. It is. Free hit from Grace McDonald. That's down the line. Hornets will take over again. Pelano. Good pass, a little hard, and out of play. Weiss just not able to handle that heat. Lifted up over everyone, excellent from Schneider. Long hit, and Price laying out. You got to love the effort. This is a conference that traditionally doesn't send two teams to the tournament, only the winner. So you got to leave it all on the pitch tonight and tomorrow. And we've got ourselves another corner for the Hornets. This is the period in which they have the most corners. Let's take a look at some great supportive fans in attendance tonight. A reminder to connect with us on social media, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at ODAC Athletics. Mentioned the corners by period, 61 in the third period for Shenandoah compared to an opponent's 12. They get another one here. This is their second. And Jones was shooting one on, deflected through, and Emil got big, and the ball got wide. Stolen away. Good work by Munesis. And she went a bit soon there for the officials' liking. So it's skee-balled back from Weiss to Munesis. Seven minutes to play in the third quarter. Generals with 7 shots, Shenandoah with 5. 4 saves for Sarah Emil, including one on a penalty stroke from Taylor Hayes. They kept it a one-score game. That ball squeaks through under the legs of Finesse. Caruso chasing after it. And now picked up here by Munesis. 3-on-2 if they hurry. Pushing it ahead, looking for Weiss. Stepping in is Schneider, but the whistle blows first. And they'll bring it back. Excellent read from number 2 in red tonight. She's had a good evening. Not able to get that one past Hayes. And then Munesis. Dangerous. And that'll go back to Shenandoah. Here's Fayok. A senior out of Ellicott City, Maryland. Fayok dribbles back to the middle. Taken away. 5:40 to go. Picked off here. Raven Barter is back in for Shenandoah. The Generals will try and get it past this defensive group again. Round Stevens, Meneses again. Looking to center one, and a penalty corner for the Generals. Their first of the third quarter, their third of the night. And a chance to tie things up with just under 5 to go. See Jessica Donovan ready to check back in for the Hornets. Hewitt will send this in. Out top for Pelano. Passes over. Knowles. Hard to get a good grip on that ball. Second chance is a good one, and Mirandi stops it with that right leg. Big stop from number 0. Generals will get the long hit. Fitzgerald toward the middle and taken away cleanly by Florio. Hannah Mank steps off. Donovan's on. Meanwhile, Shenandoah inside the scoring area. And that one's across the line. We're going to get a stoppage here. And I think the officials have finally, oh no, a yellow. That's a green, I beg your pardon. A green card has been given. Let's go back and take a look at that save from Mirandi a few moments ago. Interesting call. Stella Knowles will have to sit for 2 minutes because of a 5-yard violation. Did not give the Hornet 5 yards. So an extra man on the turf for Shenandoah. The Generals, though, with good pressure. Munesis all the way to the top of the line and then plows over Amanda Henson. So it goes back to Shenandoah. Under 3 to go. Pelano pushes it ahead. Right idea to try to get it outside. Unfortunately, pass that was intended for Tobison just not going to get through. There's Schneider. Cleanly taken away by Munesis. Has help on the outside. And off the foot of Tobison, so 2 minutes remaining. And the Generals have stacked up the shots here in the third quarter, doubling up their first half total, now with 8. And they have tested Mirandi 3 times. 2 in this quarter, but have not been able to get it past. Weiss spins into trouble. The whistle helps her out.
Sit over here and get all cramped up with her terrible muscle.
Hear the voice of the third official here tonight, just in front of the scorer's table, as is usual with all playoff matches. The third official is in between the benches in the middle of the field to assist in any questionable situations that the officials on the turf deem that they need help with, and also to give his or her input. Possibly a coach could say something to them about watch out for this, or is this where we're at right now with these at this particular moment, and he or she will be able to connect directly with the officials on the turf. 30 seconds remaining in the third quarter. Still 1-0. The Generals trying to find that extra spurt. Get some traffic in front of Mirandi, make it tough on her, and tie this up. Interesting, that call being made, the ball was well outside the scoring area. Initially, you had a stop of just a normal free hit, and then it turns into a corner.
There's no time limit after that horn goes off. They've got to break that circle. Right, yeah.
Stevens will jog over with 12 seconds on the game clock. Out top for Jones. Jones passes for Hayes. She's got a lane to shoot. Good job getting back was Weiss, but she touched it illegally. They say she put her stick over top of Hayes. And that'll put us right back to where we started. 2 seconds left. When the clock hits 0, if the ball's still inside the scoring area, play continues. Keep that in mind. And it came outside. They got to make a play on it, and they do, and that's the end of the third quarter. Still 1-0. Sarah Emil stopping a penalty stroke to keep it that. 15 minutes left. Back with more on LHSN.
At Lynchburg, we don't fear change. We embrace it. In our students, on our campus, in our community, and around the world. We're building on our legacy of always moving forward. It's the same place with a new name. Welcome to the University of Lynchburg.
Let's face it, your gym is more than just a gym. You need a floor that can handle a pickup game or a PTA meeting with 15 minutes in between.
Apologies for the technical difficulties. Lost power between each quarter, so now we're booted back up. Still 1-0, you haven't missed much. 3 minutes have gone by, and we're on a penalty corner again for Shenandoah. Good backhand here for Jones. Chance coming all the way across the goal line. Check out the stick work by Fitzgerald, keeping that ball from being shot by a Hornet that was awfully close. Fitzgerald has done everything tonight but score, you think. Been hit in the face. She's done great in the midfield, and now defensive stop as that ball got past the mill. And the freshman out of Chevy Chase, Maryland, was the last line of defense. Down goes Price. Here's a pass in the middle, and that one, did it go off of WNL? It did not. It went off Shenandoah, so a long hit for the Generals. Under 10 to go. A dance with Lynchburg on the line. Stevens driving. Here's Mirandi. And they're going to give that one back to Shenandoah. More pressure here from the Generals. Off Pelano. Still plenty of time. Of course, you're down by 1, but every one of these opportunities for the Generals are going to be looked back upon as, come on, we're so close to tying things up. They've put 4 on target. Mirandi has stopped all 4. Emil has stopped 4 of the 5 thrown at her. A true defensive battle here tonight. Shenandoah won the regular season meeting 2-1. They won last year in the semifinals in overtime. That was also 1-0, as we are right now. Could there be overtime again? Well, that will depend on the Generals. Loose ball, picked up there by Donovan. And then Donovan goes down. Whistle will keep it with the Hornets. Lifted high and then off the stick of Fayak. In the middle now, Knowles doing what she can. Here's a good chance for the Generals. Squeaked past to Beeson, and then it will be a whistle that gives it to Shenandoah. I do beg your pardon, that was Grace Maiden. Her first chance of the night, first time on the turf. Here come the Generals again. Inside for a Maiden, trying to get back to that forehand side, but it went off her foot. Jones, long hit, gets through. Played here by Tyre. Lauren Tyre still with it inside. Head to head, stick to stick, feet to feet. And then it's broken away by Tyre. And a penalty corner for the Hornets. Their second of the quarter. Stevens out top for Jones. For Hayes. Boom! Off the board. Taylor Hayes with 2 tonight. And the Hornets go up by as many. You could see that one coming from a mile away. Just that one extra pass from Jones, who picks up another assist tonight. You can see it great from this angle. Jones, Hayes, look at all that time and space, just squeaks it over the right pad of Emil. One-on-one, Taylor Hayes is going to win most of those battles. Her 15th goal of the season. Jones picks up assist 23. And the Hornets in prime position for a rematch with Lynchburg. And back to the corner spot again for Shenandoah. Time working against WNL. Fortunately, in these corner situations, the clock does stop until the ball is inserted. But you need to get it on the other end of the field. Jones, Hayes again. Nope, this time she'll give it to herself to chip in. Picked up, backhanded, opportunity, and the whistle. We'll give it back to the Generals. 5:20 to go. Gotta try to get to your offensive third as quickly as possible. Tough thing to do in this sport with the way it's structured. Hayes, long hit ahead. Trying to get there quickly was Tyre. And this will be a long hit for Shenandoah. Off the foot of the Generals. Each tick of the clock looks more and more likely that I will have to remember to use the school names tomorrow instead of the mascots. Jones, Hayes, shoots again, laying out as a mill, and no rebound shot, thanks to the whistle. Pelano, she's a senior. Take matters into her own hands. Pelano does so. No one around to help. She lays it all out on the pitch, and it's off the Hornets' foot for a corner by the Generals, their first of the fourth quarter. Everyone bundled up as we are now at freezing temperature in Lynchburg, Virginia. Long johns and hand warmers. Between the legs of Pelano, Fitzgerald, now Fennessy, and then Schneider steps in. Pushed ahead here, chance for the Generals, they score! Tess Munises. First time all night we've seen consistent pressure in front of Morandi. Had to make her move from the middle over to the right quickly, shuffle those feet. Watch it again. Thought after that initial play on the corner that the situation was going to be easy for Shenandoah, but that rebound comes over. Morandi can't get there in time. And for the fifth time this season, Munises can celebrate after a goal. 3:36, not out of the realm of possibility for extra field hockey. Gotta watch these penalty corners, though, if you're the Generals defense. Good work by Fitzgerald in a phone booth, able to spin away and send that ball back out to midfield. But now Shenandoah pressures again. Caruso turns away from the center, smart idea. But her pass is too hot. 3 minutes remaining in this ODAC semifinal. Jones, backhand, inside, Caruso prevails. Still time, of course, for Washington and Lee with 2.5 to go. Price nutmegs Fennessy. Time becoming an enemy. Shenandoah doing what you should do, up by 1. Use the rules to your favor and take some time off the clock. Loose ball taken away. Cutting back, and then back again was Caruso. They say she stepped out with that outside leg, preventing a defensive play made by Florio. So it stays on this end of the field. They're running out of time. Excellent backhand. Caruso able to keep it away from Emil. Can the Generals get it outside the scoring area? That is the real question here. They do, and the whistle will help out. 1:27 remaining. Clock continues to roll. This is as close as we expected it to be as it was on paper. 2-1 lead for Shenandoah. The Generals lead in shots 11-9. The keepers with 5 apiece. The winner will play Lynchburg tomorrow night at 6 p.m. for all the marbles. Can the Generals pull off the comeback? It starts right here. Under a minute to go. 2 Generals come together, and then the whistle gives it back to Shenandoah. Desperation on both those players, and it came back to bite them. Fennessy stepping in, Florio taking it on. They're going to bring her back. One hopper that gets through, and 23-22. It's starting to settle in. The Generals just ran out of time tonight. Two goals from Taylor Hayes, and 2 straight years where the Hornets will battle the Hornets for the ODAC championship. Shenandoah wins, taking down the Generals tonight 2-1, second straight year that Shenandoah advances with a victory over Washington and Lee. What an excellent game to take in tonight in the cold weather. A goal scored in the first quarter that we thought might be what held on as the only goal, and then 2 here in the fourth quarter with Hayes scoring 1, Munesis scoring 1 for the Generals, but it wasn't enough. There's your player of the match, Taylor Hayes, 2 goals on 7 shots. And once again, tomorrow, Shenandoah and Lynchburg for the second straight year, 2 versus 1. You can catch it here tomorrow on LHSN's YouTube channel, starting at 5:55 p.m. We'll see if we know one thing, the Hornets are going to win. We'll see if it's Lynchburg again or Shenandoah for the second time in 4 years. For all information on this match and others, head over to ODAConline.com. For the entire LHSN crew braving the cold tonight, we thank you for tuning in and can't wait to have you back tomorrow. I'm Joe Hutzler. Have a great evening.